Today, we're diving into one of the most legendary titles ever to grace the Sega Saturn, Radiant Silvergun. Released in 1998 by the renowned developer Treasure, this game has earned a revered spot in the annals of Shmup history. Radiant Silvergun hit the scene in the twilight years of the Sega Saturn, a time when the console was struggling against the might of the PlayStation. Despite the Saturn's commercial struggles, Radiant Silvergun emerged as a beacon of creativity and technical prowess, showcasing the full potential of Sega's 32-bit powerhouse. Picture it, the year is 1998. The world is grooving to the sounds of the Spice Girls, eagerly awaiting the release of The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and enthralled by the blockbuster epic Titanic. Amidst this cultural backdrop, Radiant Silvergun arrived, dazzling players with its innovative gameplay, stunning visuals, and a soundtrack that could make even the most hardened gamer shed a tear. What exactly sets Radiant Silvergun apart from the countless other shooters of its era? For starters, Treasure brought their game with a complex and engaging storyline. Unlike many shmups that rely solely on fast-paced action, Radiant Silvergun weaves a narrative that's both intriguing and thought-provoking. The story follows a team of pilots in their fight to save humanity from a mysterious threat, unraveling in a series of beautifully crafted cutscenes that keep you hooked from start to finish. Gameplay-wise, Radiant Silvergun is a masterclass in design. It introduces a unique weapon system that breaks away from the genre's conventions. Instead of power-ups, players have access to all 7 weapons right from the get-go, each mapped to different button combinations. This allows for strategic depth rarely seen in other shooters, as players must choose the right weapon for each situation, mastering their use to achieve high scores and survive the relentless enemy waves. Behind this masterpiece is Treasure, a development studio known for pushing the boundaries of game design. Founded by former Konami employees, Treasure had already made a name for themselves with hits like Gunstar Heroes and Ikaruga. With Radiant Silvergun, they combined their knack for inventive gameplay with the powerful hardware of the Sega Saturn, creating a game that still impresses over 2 decades later. The story of Radiant Silvergun unfolds in the distant future, in the year 2520. Earth has reached a pinnacle of technological advancement, but with great progress comes great peril. Our tale begins with the discovery of a mysterious artifact known as the Stone-like, buried deep within the Earth's crust. This ancient relic of unknown origin emits a powerful energy that humanity struggles to understand. Scientists and researchers from around the globe converge to study the Stone-like, hoping to harness its immense power for the betterment of mankind. However, as is often the case with unknown forces, their curiosity quickly turns to dread. The Stone-like awakens, unleashing a cataclysmic force that threatens to obliterate humanity. Enter our heroes, the brave pilots of the spacecraft Radiant Silvergun. The Radiant Silvergun is no ordinary spacecraft. Equipped with 7 powerful weapons, it stands as humanity's last line of defense. As Tengai and his team take to the skies, they encounter relentless waves of enemies and colossal bosses, each more challenging than the last. Along their journey, they uncover startling truths about the Stone-like and its connection to an ancient civilization. As the story progresses, we witness the personal struggles and growth of our heroes. Tengai grapples with the weight of leadership, Rihanna faces her fears, Guy seeks redemption for past mistakes, and Buster brings a sense of loyalty and determination to the team. These character arcs add depth and emotional resonance to the fast-paced action, making the stakes feel all the more real. Ultimately, the story of Radiant Silvergun is a timeless saga of courage, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of humanity. It's a narrative that elevates the game beyond its genre, offering players an emotional and immersive experience. Whether you're drawn to the intense action or the compelling story, Radiant Silvergun delivers on all fronts. At its core, Radiant Silvergun is a vertical scrolling shooter, but it's so much more than your average shmup. What truly sets this game apart is its innovative weapon system, and the strategic depth it brings to the gameplay. Unlike most shooters where you collect power-ups to upgrade your arsenal, Radiant Silvergun gives you access to all 7 weapons right from the start. Each weapon in your arsenal is mapped to different button combinations, offering a variety of offensive and defensive capabilities. Mastering the use of these weapons is key to success in Radiant Silvergun. Each level and enemy encounter requires a different strategy, encouraging players to experiment and find the most effective weapon combinations. This flexibility adds a rich layer of depth and replayability as you refine your tactics and strive for higher scores. Radiant Silvergun features a unique scoring system that rewards precision and skill. Players earn points by chaining together enemy kills of the same color. This mechanic, known as the chain system, challenges you to plan your attacks carefully, aiming to maximize your score by eliminating groups of similar colored enemies in succession. It's a mechanic that adds both challenge and strategic depth, making every playthrough a test of both reflexes and planning. Radiant Silvergun also offers a cooperative mode, allowing 2 players to team up and tackle the game together. This mode introduces new dynamics and strategies as you and your partner coordinate your attacks and cover each other's weaknesses. It's a fantastic way to experience the game, adding another layer of excitement and camaraderie. One of the standout features of Radiant Silvergun is its smooth and responsive controls. Whether you're weaving through a barrage of enemy fire or lining up the perfect shot, the controls feel intuitive and precise. This responsiveness is crucial in a game where split-second decisions can mean the difference between victory and defeat. The gameplay of Radiant Silvergun is a masterclass in design. Its innovative weapon system, strategic depth, and challenging mechanics combine to create an experience that's as rewarding as it is thrilling. Whether you're a seasoned Shmup veteran or a newcomer to the genre, Radiant Silvergun offers a gameplay experience that's both accessible and endlessly engaging. The musical genius behind Radiant Silvergun is none other than Hitoshi Sakimoto, a renowned composer celebrated for his work on other legendary titles like Final Fantasy Tactics and Vagrant Story. Sakimoto's unique style blends orchestral grandeur with electronic elements, creating a rich and immersive auditory experience that perfectly complements the game's intense action and deep narrative. The soundtrack of Radiant Silvergun kicks off with the powerful main theme, an epic orchestral piece that sets the tone for the entire adventure. This theme encapsulates the urgency and heroism at the heart of the game, drawing players in from the very first note. It's a composition that resonates with both the grandeur of space and the personal stakes of our hero's mission. As players dive into the game, they're greeted by a series of dynamic tracks that accompany each level. The music is carefully crafted to match the intensity of the on-screen action. Take, for example, the track for the first level, an energetic and fast-paced composition that perfectly mirrors the frenetic pace of the gameplay. The driving rhythms and soaring melodies keep players engaged, heightening the excitement with every beat. One of the standout features of Radiant Silvergun's soundtrack is how it transitions seamlessly between different phases of gameplay. When a boss fight begins, the music shifts dramatically, underscoring the heightened tension and stakes of these epic encounters. The boss themes are particularly noteworthy for their complex arrangements and intense crescendos, capturing the feeling of an all-or-nothing battle against formidable foes. The impact of Radiant Silvergun's music extends beyond the game itself. Fans and critics alike have praised the soundtrack for its ability to stand on its own as a remarkable piece of art. Many players find themselves returning to the music long after they've put down the controller, a testament to its lasting appeal. Whether it's the adrenaline-pumping battle themes or the soul-stirring orchestral pieces, the music of Radiant Silvergun continues to resonate with audiences around the world. The music of Radiant Silvergun is an integral part of what makes the game an enduring masterpiece. Hitoshi Sakimoto's compositions elevate every moment of gameplay, enhancing the emotional and immersive qualities of the experience. Whether you're dodging bullets in a heated battle or savoring a quiet, reflective cutscene, the soundtrack is always there, guiding you through the highs and lows of this epic journey. When Radiant Silvergun was released in 1998, the shmup genre was already well established, with iconic titles like Gradius and R-Type setting high standards. However, Treasure's masterpiece introduced a level of depth and innovation that set it apart from its predecessors. By integrating a rich narrative, complex weapon system, and strategic gameplay, Radiant Silvergun redefined what a shmup could be, pushing the boundaries of the genre and inspiring future developers. The game's impact was immediate and profound. Critics and players alike lauded Radiant Silvergun for its inventive mechanics, stunning visuals, and unforgettable soundtrack. It quickly gained a reputation as one of the best games on the Sega Saturn. a console that was already home to several standout titles. This acclaim helped cement Radiant Silvergun's status as a must-play for any serious gamer and establish Treasure as a studio synonymous with quality and innovation. Perhaps the most direct testament to Radiant Silvergun's legacy is its spiritual successor, Ikaruga. Released in 2001, Ikaruga built upon the foundations laid by Radiant Silvergun, incorporating many of its predecessors' design philosophies while introducing its own unique mechanics. The polarity system, where players switched between black and white polarities to absorb enemy bullets and deal damage, was a fresh twist that echoed Radiant Silvergun's innovative spirit. Ikaruga went on to receive critical acclaim and further solidified Treasure's reputation for creating groundbreaking shooters. The game's dedicated fan base is another testament to its lasting impact. Over the years, Radiant Silvergun has inspired a passionate community of gamers who continue to celebrate its brilliance. From speedruns and high-score competitions to fan art and remixes of its iconic soundtrack, the love for Radiant Silvergun is evident in the ongoing activities and tributes from its fans. This enduring enthusiasm keeps the game alive and relevant, even decades after its initial release. The legacy of Radiant Silvergun is one of enduring innovation and inspiration. Its groundbreaking gameplay, compelling narrative, and unforgettable music have left a lasting impression on the shoot, Shmup genre and the gaming industry as a whole. As we celebrate this iconic title, we recognize its role in shaping the games we love today and look forward to its continued influence in the future. From its richly crafted narrative to its strategic weapon system, every aspect of Radiant Silvergun is designed to keep players engaged and challenged. The 7 unique weapons at your disposal, each with its strategic uses, add layers of depth that few shooters can match. The epic boss battles, which require both reflexes and tactical thinking, provide some of the most memorable moments in gaming history. The legacy of Radiant Silvergun extends far beyond its initial release. Its influence can be seen in countless games that followed, most notably in its spiritual successor, Ikaruga. Modern NDA developers continue to draw inspiration from its innovative design, ensuring that the spirit of Radiant Silvergun lives on in new and exciting ways. Radiant Silvergun is a cornerstone of retro gaming, a title that exemplifies the best of what the shoot-'em-up genre can offer. Its innovative mechanics, captivating story, and unforgettable music create an experience that's as challenging as it is rewarding. Whether you're a seasoned veteran or a newcomer to the genre, Radiant Silvergun offers an adventure that's worth every moment. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey through one of the greatest games ever made. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the classics. Until next time, keep questing and keep gaming.